if you're standing, let's have the march behind the chair. Oh, here comes Mum. Hello, Mum. We've just started. So hopefully you can see me okay. Yeah, that's it, Celia. Nice with the arms. Lovely. Well done, David. That's it. Super. Now just turn the head one way. Have a good look over that shoulder. Turn the head the other way. Have a good look over that shoulder. And back to the front. Well done. We're going to do our focusing on our index finger. So look at your index finger as you march. Turn your head as you focus on your finger all the way out as far behind you as you can. And as you keep looking at that finger, come back to the front, bring it across the body and look across the body. Come back to the front and back down. Well done. Change sides. Remember, you're focusing on the finger, but you are aware of all the different things behind the finger and in front of the finger. They might be slightly blurred, so your focus is on your finger. And then come back, and when you're ready, down you go. Well done. Just check it out. Okay, we're going to stand still just for a moment, or sit still if you're sitting, and we're going to do that figure of 8. I'm not sure if we did this last week. First of all, let's start slowly. Let's just lean onto our right leg, feel all the weight onto the right leg, and then lean onto the left leg. That's quite easy, isn't it? You can feel the weight changing, but you've still got both feet on the floor. That's quite easy. Now, slightly harder, keep the feet flat, but lean the weight on the heels. And then lean the weight on the toes. So heels, toes. Well done. So go back to side to side, side to side. That feels a bit easier, doesn't it? And then go heels, toes. I forgot to tell you I've got a workman in the house today, so if you hear a few background noises, that's all it is. Now, let's see if we can go around in a circle with our feet on the floor. So we're going pushing to the toes, pushing to the side, pushing to the heels, to the side, to the toes. Let's go the other way around. So my feet are still flat on the floor, but I'm changing my body weight as if I'm drawing a circle with the different pressures of the shoe, off the feet. Now here's the harder one, the figure of 8. So if you can follow me, have a go. So I'm pushing my weight only onto my right toes. Then I draw my weight onto my right heels. Then I push my weight onto my left toes and draw my weight back onto my left heel. So right toe, right heel, left toe, left heel. Then see if you can turn it into a figure of 8. Can you feel that change in your body weight and the pressures on your feet? So let's stop on our left toe and let's see if we can reverse. Left toe back to right heel, to right toe, to left heel. So we're going the other way around the figure of 8. Can you feel it? It's quite subtle, isn't it? But very good for your awareness of your balance and increasing the awareness to the soles of your feet. Okay, let's relax and have a march out. Brilliant job, well done. Okay, we're going to do that narrow to wide step. We've done it a few times now, so I'm going to add the arms straight away, but see if you can. So we start with our feet together, our arms are in, aren't they? We step out with the right arm goes out, left arm goes back. Then we come back in, right, left, left. One more that side, right, left, right, left. Stay there. Swap arms now. So left, right, left, right, left, right. Well done, David. And one more. It's quite complicated getting the arms and the feet. Good job. Well done. Well done. Then we start wide and we go narrow. So we're going to start with our arms wide. Right foot and arm in. Left foot and arm in. Right, left, right, left, wide, wide. Stay there a moment now. Swap legs. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, well done. That's enough brain work for today. Shake it out. Excellent. Let's just paddle our toes, not toes, paddle our heels, spread our toes as wide as we can, and just roll those shoulders a couple of times at the same time. So remember, we're doing alternate feet and symmetrical shoulders. So it's a little bit tricky for the brain to get that sometimes. Okay, give them a little shake out. We're going to warm up now our waist, so a little wider with that base. Sit up tall in the chair, or if you're standing, and just start to go side to side. Side to side, side to side. Where are you going, Daisy? Side to side, side to side. If that's easy and if your back's okay, lift the heel, stretch the arm further down. Lift the heel, lift the elbow, stretch the arm further down. Only do that if you feel your back is okay. Don't lean forward at all and keep the tummy in. Keep going. I'm just going to let the dog out. Come on, you want to go out? Go on then. Gosh, it's really nice and sunny out there today, isn't it? Come back to the middle, get your balance back. Same foot position. Flex the hand and push diagonally across the body. Now, if you're used to doing these now, we've done these quite often, see how much further you can reach out and stretch. So it's a balance exercise as well as a warm-up. Very good, Sue, nice. Very good, and we're lifting that one heel, aren't we? Very good, finishing off now. And then we'll do our up and over one. So just make sure you get a little knee bend, and then you reach up and over. Lift the heel if you want to. Up and over, up and over. That's it. Well done, Cecilia. Keep that spine nice and long if you're in the chair. Nice and long. Very nice. Are you feeling the work side to side? Very good. Okay, let's just come down and march it out. Nice and strong. Okay, we've done the warm-up for the sides. Let's do the warm-up for inside the spine now, the twisting one. So feet are still, just turning from side to side, keeping the spine long, and the arms are just flopping, hitting the body naturally as you turn round. Try and keep the legs quite relaxed, almost like you were sitting on a very high stool or something. Well done. Some of you may be able to turn the head as well to look behind you, but be careful with that one, depending on your balance. And if you're starting to get too dizzy or giddy, just stop if you need to. We're going to turn it into our immune booster by just hitting under the chest with that front arm as it swings round. And my other hand is just tapping on the kidney behind me as well. So we're tapping front and back, kidney, and just below the collarbone. Breathe. And think of it as stimulating your immune system. You're stimulating those lungs. Nice, easy breathing. Good, well done. And then just come back to the front. Give yourself a little tap up and down the top of the lungs. Loosening anything there. Breathing. Lovely. And then just shake those arms out. Super job. We're going to warm up the lower back a little bit more. You can shut your eyes on this one. Remember, if you want to, if you're feeling very confident with your balance, you can close the eyes. If not, leave the eyes open. And if you need to use the chair. If you're on the chair, David and Cecilia, everyone else keep going. You just sit up nice and tall. You bend forward. And then you lean back slightly, David. That's it. So keep that spine long in the middle if you're doing it in the chair. Okay, last one. And when you're ready, just push everything forward. Now sit up or stand up tall and try to open. If you're standing, try and open this area here. This is your hips, the front of your hips here. And we don't open them very much. They're usually closed if you think about it when we sat and when we're just standing. So open the front of the hips. Lovely. And gently release, super. And just finishing off that section with the hip circles now. So that way so you can see, hands on the hips, and then just take your time with ease. I'll show you what to do if you're sitting. So if you're standing, it's the hips that are moving. If you're sitting, it's the upper body that's moving around. Yeah, so move the upper body around if you're sitting. And then go the other way. So if you're standing, it's the hips. That's it, David, well done. If you're sitting, it's the upper body that's moving around. Well done. Okay, and just march it out now. Okay, let me just think what else we've got to do now. Just a few little warm-up squats, so not deep, just little short bends, up and down, keeping the knees apart, toes just turn slightly out, and it's the bottom that's going back. The bottom that's going back. Well done. If you're in your chair, if you can, put your hands on your arms, Cecilia, or on the seat, and just lift the bottom up a little bit and down like that. if you can, if you're in the chair, if you're able to. Don't worry if you can't. Okay, and just shake those legs out. Right, let's have a look. We're going to do our cross crawl now. So that's opposite hand to opposite knee if you're sitting, and if you're standing, opposite hand to opposite knee. Opposite hand to opposite knee. Well done. You can reach up tall if you want to, or if you just want to keep the arm low, you can do. That's up to you. You might have one hand on the chair, or you might have both hands in the air, going slightly off to the side and pulling down. Let's do another 2 here. 1 and 2. Well done. So I'm giving you lots of options. You don't have to do all of them, just do the ones that work for you. So other hand now, so it could just be touching the knee to the hand, that's the easy version. It could be lifting the one arm up, it could be holding the chair, it could be lifting both up together and bringing them diagonally down to that knee. Well done. Very good, everyone. So we're not going too fast, so we're keeping our balance, aren't we? And let's do one more there. Okay, just feel that in the front of the hip working there, won't you? Just give them a little shake out again. We're going to do our hot feet now, for those of you who want to have a little blast. Hot feet. You imagine you're on the beach, on the hot sand, and you mustn't let your foot stay on the sand too long, but you've always got one foot on the ground. You're not actually jogging. You've got one foot on the ground and you've got hot feet. If you're in the chair, Cecilia and David, you can do it really fast. Hot feet, hot feet, hot feet. Let's see your feet move, Cecilia. Let's see them move. Little dance. Little dance with those feet, David. Are they moving? Good. They don't have to come off too high off the floor. And release. That gets the heart going a little bit, doesn't it? So let's just breathe. If you need a little sip of water now or a little rest, have one before we move on to the balance section. So when you're ready, you're just coming up and standing up nice and tall, or sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so the balance section, let's just do our easy, straightforward balances to start with. We've got one leg up, knee slightly bent. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're swapping legs. Tummy in, knee up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Well done, well done. Sorry, I didn't leave you much time to get your water, David. Okay, heel up now behind you, so the knee is down. Same 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And swapping legs again. So 5 seconds again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. So we're going to combine those 2 exercises together. Just 3 at the front, 3 at the back. So 1, 2, 3, swing. 1, 2, 3, swing. 1, 2, 3, back. 2. Is the tummy pulled in? 2, 3, back. 2, 3. We've just got someone else joining us. Who's that? Jeff's just joined us. Okay, change legs. Lift that one leg up. Hiya, Jeff. Welcome. Join in when you're ready. 2, 3, up. 2, 3, down. 2, 3, up. 2, 3, down. 2, 3. Well done, everybody. Just shake it out. Okay. We're going to do a nice little ankle circle now with the balance. So same balance, but the knee isn't quite so high. Keep the knee a little bit lower, make it a bit easier. And just circle that ankle around. If you're sitting, circle the ankle around. 2 and 3. So hopefully you're circling the ankles, David. I can't quite see them, but hopefully you are. So 3 one way, 3 the other. Have a little shake out. Then we'll change again. So 3 clockwise. I tend to start clockwise, but it's up to you. Once you've done 3 clockwise, try 3 anti-clockwise. Tummy strong. Remember all your preparations for your balance. Setting your eyes on one spot. Putting your tummy in a nice strong core. Okay, let's do the slightly harder ones now. Imagine someone's looking at your knee in front of you. They're right in front of you. They're looking at your knee and you draw them a circle going outwards with your knee. So draw them a nice big circle going outwards with your knee. Well done. Bring it back down, then we're going to lift it up again and draw a nice big circle coming inwards. So we go across the hip and we lift it out and across. Well done. As you get better at these, you can make the circles a little bit bigger. Well done. If you're in the chair, just carry on with your ankle circles. Yeah. So outwards we go. Well done. Quite strong movement, aren't they? And then let's go inwards as well. So I'm crossing over the hip, lifting it out and in. Oh, well done everyone. Feel the work in those hip joints. Just shake it out nicely. Okay. Let me just think what we're doing now. We're going to do a little bit of split stance work. So if you're standing, you want the one leg forward, one leg back. I'm putting my left leg forward first. If you're sitting, Cecilia and David, just have one leg forward, one leg back, like that. And you get both feet flat on the floor if you do that, if you're sitting. So I've got my left leg forward, right leg back. I'm in my walking stride, and we're just going to do a little bit of rocking, and then we'll get straight into our balance, because I want to do a bit longer on the ankle weights today. So forward we go. Hardly any weight on that back leg now. And then we make it as long as we can, and we lift. 3, 2, 1. We swing back, we flex the ankle, flex the toe, and lift. Make it long and low. 3, 2, 1. Forward, long and pointed toe. 3, 2, 1. Back, long and flex. Push the heel away from you. 3, 2, 1. Last time forward, point the toe, stretch the leg as long and as low as you can. 3, 2, 1. Swing back, keep the heel low and long. 3, 2, 1. Well done, everyone. Just shake the legs out. Then we're going to swap legs now. So I've now got my right leg forward and my left leg back. So if you're in the chair, swap your legs again. And just start off with some rocking. Just make sure everyone's ready. Don't forget about your upper body. Keep the tummy in, keep the back nice and long. And when you're ready, come forward. Put all the weight on the front leg now. Get ready to lift the back leg long and low. 3, 2, 1. Swing back. Keep the heel down, low and long. 3, 2, 1. Forward. 3, 2, 1. Back. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Last time forward. 3, 2, 1. Last time back. 3, 2, 1. So we're doing those balances a little bit faster with a sort of a transfer in, weren't we? Okay, we're just going to do a couple of our reaches before we get our ankle weights on. So we've been doing these a couple of weeks now. So if you're in the chair, follow along. Just take one hand in front of you, feet flat on the floor, knees are more or less straight, and just see how far forward you can lean with the heels down and the body straight. Not very far, can we? Draw it back, change arms. Straight body, flat heels. How far can we go? Pull the tummy in, use the core muscles. Well done. Okay, we make it further now by swapping arms. We can let the heels raise. Put your hand for safety on the chair. You can let your bottom push back. See how much further you can lean, counterbalancing, yeah? And back, and try the other side. So the heels can come up slightly, the bottom can come back, push the bottom back, push the hand forward. You can lean a lot further forward, can't you? Well done. Let's just do a couple of our vertical ones now. So we raise the right hand, we raise both heels, we jackknife slightly from the hip, reaching into the top cupboard. We come back to vertical and we lower everything down. Well done. One on the other side. We lift the heels, reach the ceiling as high as you can, then jackknife as if you're reaching something from the top cupboard. Pull yourself back and down. Well done, everyone. Just have a little shake out. Okay, we're going to go on to our ankle weights now. So grab your weights and pop them on. I'm just going to get mine today as well, so I won't be a minute. Yeah. keeps me there. Right then, sorry about that. I was just getting me weights. So I want to know how it feels for you guys as well today, because otherwise I might make it a bit too hard for you. So once you've got your weights on, everyone's gonna just start by sitting down. Sorry, Sue, just for the first one, because I want you to get the timing right. I'm changing the timing slightly. I've been doing a bit more research. More modern research is coming out on strength training, and I want to give you the most modern techniques that are coming out now. It's very similar to what we've been doing, but just slightly different. So the first one we're going to do is just focusing on the timing. So don't think about too much else. Just have your right leg out in front of you. And we're going to raise it up for 3, and we're going to lower it down for 2. That's going to be our new timing if we can do it. So think 1, 2, 3, down for 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So imagine getting that sort of timing in your head, and notice how hard it's getting. The other thing we're going to be doing, as well as this new timing, is going to be doing longer reps. We're not going to build it up to 12 straight away. So don't be, sorry, that should be 2. Have a little rest. Let's do the other side. But we will be gradually, because usually I'm doing 3, 4, 5 reps. We're going to make the reps a little bit more. We're going to try 8 today. But this is just the timing again. Change legs. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 2 on the way down. So slightly slower on the way up. 1, 2, 3, and 2 on the way down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 on the way up. 2 on the way down. 1, 2, 3 on the way up. And 2 on the way down. Let's do one more of those. 1, 2, 3, and 2 on the way down. Okay. Just relax for a moment, give your thighs a rub. We're still staying on the same exercise. We're going to try to keep the same timing, but we're going to breathe in on the way up and out on the way down. So let's try again. Right leg up. Breathe in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out for 2. 1, 2. Breathe in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out for 1, 2. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3. Breathe out for 1, 2. Okay, we're going to swap legs again. So same exercise, getting the breathing and the timing working. Are we ready? Breathe in and raise. 1, 2, 3. Lower. 1, 2. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Down. 2. Last one. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2. Well done. So hopefully you're feeling it in your thighs here. And the last thing we're going to focus on, the third thing, is squeezing the muscles we're working. So the muscle we're working is from the hip to the knee, mainly at the front of the leg. So let's keep the timing, keep the breathing, and use the mind to connect with the muscle. Squeeze the muscle. Are we ready? Squeeze that muscle. 1, 2, 3. We're breathing in, aren't we? 2, we're breathing out. 1, 2. Keep them squeezing the muscle. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're not letting go of the squeeze. We're squeezing, 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 squeezing. Can you feel that work? Hopefully. Let's change sides. So this is just getting all the foundations in now. So squeeze the muscle you're going to be working. Breathe in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. Keep the squeeze. 1, 2. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3. Keep squeezing. Lower. Breathe out for 2. Breathe in. 2, 3. Squeeze. Out. 2. Okay, well done. Do you think we can transfer those 3 techniques to standing? Let's have a go. Okay. So we'll start with one we know. If you're in the chair, I'll just show people in the chair first. If you're in the chair, Cecilia and David, if you can, have the legs slightly wider and one leg on the heel. And all you're going to do is lift that leg slightly sticking out if you've got room as we lift ours out to the side, yeah? So standing, let's try those techniques. So it's going to take 3 seconds to raise, 2 seconds to lower. We're going to breathe in on the way up, out on the way down, and we're going to focus on the outside of our hip, from hip to knee, the outside of the leg muscle. Are we all ready? Let's have a go. We're going to try and do 8. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Are we squeezing the outer thigh? Lower, 2, 1. Out, 2, 3. Down for 2. I need a little metronome, don't I, Jean, to keep me in my timing. I'm trying to do 2 seconds on the way down. I've lost count. 3 seconds on the way up. Squeezing the outside muscle, 2 seconds on the way down. Who's counting? How many have we done? 5, thank you, Janet. So this is 6, yeah? How are we doing with the new timing, with the new breathing? This is 7 then. 1, 2, 3, down. And last one. 1, 2, 3, and down for 2. So you might not have managed 8. I mean, it's quite a big jump to what we've been doing, but it's good just to get the foundations in. If you can only manage 5, that's fine. So let's try the other side. So if you're sitting, you still got your legs apart, you'll lift your other leg, David and Cecilia, yeah? So are we ready? Breathing in on the way up, out on the way down. Focus on the outside of the thigh muscle. You can use your arm as well. I'll raise the arm if you've got room to. 1, 2, 3, down, 2, up, 2, 3, down, 2, up, 2, 3, down, 2, up, 2, 3. Are we squeezing the outside of the hip? Good. This is number 5. I'm counting on my fingers. That's a good idea, isn't it? And down. Number 6. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in. 2 coming down. Breathing out. Breathing in for 7. Up, up. Breathing out. And last one, if we can manage it. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in. Down, 2, 3. Oh, can you feel that work we've done today? Very, very good. Very, very good. Outside of the thighs, outside of the hips. Okay. Brilliant work, everyone. Yeah, have a little drink if you need to. Just shake those legs out, loosen them out a little bit. We're going to turn the work in a moment to the back of the thigh. The back of the thigh. We're going to try the same technique, the timing, the breathing, the squeezing. Where do we squeeze this time? Above the knee to the bottom. The back of the upper leg is where we squeeze. So let's make a start. Can you see me? I haven't got my stripy tights on today, but hopefully you can see me. My knee stays down and I'm just going to lift the heel for 3, remember? 1, 2, 3. I'm really squeezing. That's as high as I can go. And down for 2. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Squeezing. Down for 2. Good. Squeezing up, breathing in for 3, not holding, just squeezing, down for 2. 1, 2, 3, down for 2. 1, 2, 3, down for 2. 1, 2, 3, down for 2. Who's counting? Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, down for 2. And last one, breathing in, breathing out and out. Well done, well done. Give it a little rub there. Changing to the other leg. So remember to keep the knee down. Breathing in, out, out. Squeeze the muscle here, lower for 2. So the raise is slightly slower, 3 counts, and the lowering is slightly quicker. Well done, David. Squeeze, lower, lower. Breathe in, 2, 3, lower, lower. Breathe in, 2, 3, lower, lower. Breathe in, 2, 3, lower, lower. Last one, in, 2, 3, lower, lower. I wasn't counting on my hands there, but hopefully you're feeling it a little bit there. Well done. Okay, let's move on. So we've done the outer. We've done the front on the chair, didn't we? We did the outer and we've done the back. So you think we've more or less done the whole of the thigh. We haven't really done the inner thigh yet, but we're going to move down to the back of the lower leg, the calf muscle now. So if you're sitting, you can just warm up the calves a little bit before we start. So it's just that action, isn't it? With our feet slightly turned out, hip width apart, and we're going to focus on the calf muscles. So those 3 things again, the focus, so the squeezes on the calf, the timing, and the breathing. 3 up, breathing in, 2 down, breathing out. Let's see if we can do 8. So, ready? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Highest I can go. Down. 2, 1. Up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2. Up. 2, 3. Squeeze. Down. 2. Up. 2, 3. Squeeze the calves. Down. 2. Don't forget, breathe in, breathe out, out. 3 more, breathe in, out, out. 2 more, in, squeeze the calf muscles, down, down. Last one, up, 2, 3, squeeze, down, 2. Oh, well done. Bend the toes, tap the toes. Sorry, not bend the toes, bend the knees, tap the toes. Loosen out the calf. And have a little shake. Okay. How are we doing for time? Okay, for time. Right. We're going to do some, you can either do them as sit to stands. So if you're on the chair and you can't stand up, Cecilia and David, try to just lift the bottom off the chair a little bit using the hands. If you want the safety of the chair, we're going to do squatting down. We're going to do it at the same timing. So if you feel you can't get down to the chair, if your knees are very sore, you could just stand behind the chair and do it with a shallow squat instead. That is easier, standing with a shallow squat, than doing it all the way down to the chair, touching and going. So you can choose, you can do the chair, you can do the shallow squat, or you can do the sitting. Don't forget your technique. Toes just turned out slightly, your knees are always apart, don't let them come in. And it's the bottom back, isn't it? I'm going to do it on the chair, but you can do it behind the chair if you want to. So let's try this same timing. So let me just think about this. Yeah, it's going to be 3 on the way down, breathing in, 2 on the way up, breathing out. So are we ready? Down we go. 1, 2, 3, up, 2, down, 2, 3, up, 2. Breathing in on the way down, out as you push up. Well done. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. If it's getting too much on the knees, if it's getting too much, just stop. We're going to gradually build up these reps over the next month. We don't have to do them all at once. 2, 3, up. Let's do another 3 if we can. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, down, 2, 3, up, 2, and we'll just go down. Let's go down. 1, 2, 3. Have a little rest. Now you might have noticed it is strength work, but it's also quite cardiovascular work as well. It's a combination of strength and cardiovascular work, which is really good for us apparently. So that's the new format for the weights. Let me just think if there's anything else we're going to do on the weights. No, that's it now. So we can take the ankle weights off and you can have a drink of water and we'll come back to our, have we got time to do, yeah, we have got time to do a little bit on the bands. Let's get the bands out, especially for those people just only able to sit. It's good to do a bit of band work. But we're going to try the same timing as that on the bands. So what we do, we're going to start with the band around the back. So just have a quick sip of water. Start with your band around the back. And the timing is going to be out, 2, 3, in for 2. Breathe in, breathe out. Where are you going to be focusing? Which muscle are you going to be squeezing? So you're showing us a bicep. Actually, where I want you, it's a bit bigger area. I want you to try and focus above the breast, across the front of the shoulder, and maybe down the upper arm a little bit. So as you push out, this whole area is squeezing under the armpit, front of the shoulder, top of the upper arm, yeah? So let's see if we can do it. We've got time. Yeah, let's see if we can do 8 of these if we can. Now, with the band, if it's too easy, if we're getting to number 5 and you're thinking it's still relatively easy, the band is too long for you, remember? So you've got to be struggling by the time we get to 5. So just have one practice go with the timing. 1, 2, 3, back, 2. Think about it now. Will I need the band shorter or longer to do 8 of those? It's a little bit quicker on the way back than we're used to, so you might want the band slightly shorter, but we're doing a few more. So will you be able to keep going? So it's a bit of an experiment, isn't it, this week? Are we ready? All the same technique that we've been learning all along. So 1, 2, 3, in, 2, out, 2, 3, in, 2. So slightly faster, slower, sorry, on the way out, slightly faster on the way in, and you're keeping the breathing going with the movement. In, good. Lost count, let's do 2 more. 1, 2, 3, in, 2. Okay, have a little rest and just notice, did you remember to focus on this area here? No, lots to think about that. I'm giving it you all at once. I want you to have all the science straight away. But just do it without the band. Take your arms out and then squeeze. Do you remember that exercise we did? Just take one hand and squeeze and feel that muscle under the armpit. Can you feel it? There's a muscle under the armpit that joins the breastbone that goes under the armpit to the upper arm. That's the muscle we want to work when we're squeezing. You feel it there. Feel it there. Yeah. Well done. Okay. Let's just do it on the tricep muscle now. So we've worked this muscle, let's work the back of the arm. That's where we want to feel it. We'll do our normal one, which is the band around the shins, sitting on the edge of the seat, keeping your arms long and straight. Okay, we're going to gradually try and get these bands shorter, and we're going to work stronger over the next few weeks. So make sure if you have got a very light band, you've got it nice and short. So, are we ready? So, we breathe in as we go back. 1, 2, 3. We come back for 2. 1, 2. We go out for 3. Breathe in. Squeeze the back of the upper arm. Breathe out. Breathe in. Squeeze the back of the upper arm. Breathe out. So, you should be squeezing the back of the upper arm the whole time. Don't let go of the squeeze. Just because I'm not saying squeeze all the time, you've got to keep squeezing if possible. Back slightly quicker, and you take it out. 2, 3, squeezing, back 2, let's do one more. Back 2, 3, squeeze, back 2. I'm going to have to work out a better way of counting the reps, aren't I? So hopefully you're feeling that in the back of the upper arm. So we've worked the front and we've worked the back. Okay, we're going to leave all that new stuff for now. Let's go back and do a little bit of core work for our tummies. Some people have requested this, a little bit more core work. So we're coming to the front of the chair. We've got our weights on our chest. If you don't have weights and you want to use your hands, you can either have the hands crossing, or harder still, you can have the hands to the temples. Keep the back straight. If it does hurt your back, don't do it if you don't want to. We're trying to get the work in the front of the tummy. So we're going to go back as far as we can. When we get to the hard bit, we're going to hold, we're going to put our tummy in, and then we're going to lift up strong. So remember to pause when you get to the hardest point for you and really work, focus on the area you want to work. Similar to the other exercises we've done actually, isn't it? So focus on just behind your belly button, drawing your tummy muscles into your backbone. When you get to your hardest point, keep the chin just tucked in so you're not straining the back of the neck, and lift strong. You can do more of these at home on your own, can't you? I'll just do a couple more here. That's it, David Burrell, looking good there. Well done, everybody. Breathing in on the way out, on the way back. Breathing out as you lift forward. Could do these all day, couldn't we, really? Hold your hardest point. The hardest point, hold, make yourself work. And we'll do one last one. We're going to see how long we can hold. So you go back and you hold for as long as you can. Don't worry about anyone else moving. Just focus on yourself and just hold as long as you can. As long as you can. Pull that tummy in, focus behind the belly button, and only come back when you think, oh, I can't do any more. Are you still holding? Sue's still holding? Joan's still holding? And eventually we run out of steam, don't we? Oh, well done, well done. Okay, let's just get a nice little twist in the belly. You're right there, Sue. You've disappeared. So let's just stretch this area out a little bit. Hands on the shoulders and just turning as far as you can one way. Turning as far as you can. Keep the spine long. Once more, turning, releasing the tummy. And one more. Good, well done. And last little stretch for that one. Hands above the knees, just rounding the back a little bit. Ooh. And then as you come up, arch the back a little bit. Ooh. And round the back a little bit. Does it feel like a snake or something, doesn't it? Sort of, you can let it sort of flow round and then arch. Feels like an animal to me, but I can't think of it. Okay, well done, everybody. Very good work. How are we doing for time? So I've got time for the inner thigh, so grab your ball if you've got one handy, or your cushion. And yes, have a little throw and clap and catch. That wasn't very nice. He's throwing it all over the place today, Glyn is. Where's Jeff gone? Have you got a ball, Jeff? Oh, well done. Julie and David got one each. Well done. Don't forget to do your claps if you can. And if you get bored in the day during lockdown, why don't you invent a few ball games? You can throw it, if you've got a wall, you can throw it against the wall as well. Do it standing as well if you feel safe. You can stand against the wall and invent some wall games. I hope there's not a mirror there, Pat. Pat's throwing us against the wall. Okay, well done. And pop the ball between the knees. And if you're lucky enough to have anyone in the house with you, have a game of catch. So we're going to squeeze in for 3, out for 2. Same timing that we did before. So ready? Squeeze in. 1, 2, 3. Out for 2. In, 2, 3. Out for 2. Where are we squeezing? Inner thigh. Put your focus there. Put your mind in that muscle. 2, 3. Out. 2. 1, 2, 3. Big squeeze. Out. 2. 1, 2, big squeeze, out, 2. So slightly slower on the way in, a little bit quicker on the way out. You have to be careful not to go too wide, otherwise your ball drops out. So let's do 2 more. Squeeze, 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 breathing in, out, out. Well done. Just bend and stretch those legs out. Very good job, everyone. Let's do a little bit on the wrists because we've got time, so just loosen those wrists a little bit before we start. And then we're going to grab that ball, thumbs up, fingers away from you, and stretch the ball away from you. Once it's away from you, try to flatten the ball. You'll feel that muscle in between the armpit working. Draw the ball back to you. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. If you hurt your arm on it, be careful. Yeah, don't overdo it. And release as you come out. So it's a big squeeze on the way in. You're right there, Wendy. Have you got a ball? Yeah, good. And release out. Big squeeze on the way in, release on the way out. You're right, Cecilia. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? That's it, out, then in, if you can. If it's too much, don't worry. Halfway in, let's do a rotation. This is good for our wrists. Oh, Stella's using a cushion. Well done, Stella. Take your time, be careful. Okay, and then let's just pop the ball down there as we loosen our wrists off. Remember, we're trying to get a healthy wrist, which is a right angle backwards and a right angle forwards. Right angle backwards and a right angle forwards. Good, and then nice big circles with the wrists one way and the other. And let the blood just come all the way back down into those hands as we relax. Well done, everybody. Okay, well, I'm more ahead of time than I thought I was going to be. So what we can do is we'll do a little bit of standing Tai Chi for those of you who want to. Those of you who want to stay in the chair, that's fine as well. But Tai Chi is wonderful for the balance. So we're going to learn a few more moves, but they're quite army. So David and Cecilia, you can do them in the chair. They're quite army if you want to, or you can stand. That's up to you. So let's just learn the arms first. I may have taught you these before. I can't remember now. But it's a bit like the ballet dancer, you know, Natalie, the plie in front of us. That's it. And then as we breathe in, we raise the hands up. And when they get to just below shoulder height, we turn the palms to face the ceiling. And then I'll have to come back a bit so you can see me. And then as the arms come right to the top, they don't quite touch. They sink all the way down the midline of the body. I'm just going to come a bit closer so you can see my arms. Here, hopefully. I'm kneeling down, but don't you kneel down. So as they come here, I'm turn the palms, and as they come over the top, they don't quite touch, they sink down. Have we all got the arm action? Good. Then we're going to add the legs as well if you're standing. That's it. Just do it sitting, Cecilia, it's fine. So breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you just sink the body weight down, let the knees slightly drop. I'll show you from the side. Breathe in and raise. Breathe out and sink. Well done. One more like that. Breathe in and raise. Out and sink. Now the final bit to the movement is a little twist if you want to. Be careful with your knees because you keep both feet flat, but you turn your hips to the side and then you do your raising here. So imagine you start here, turn the hips to the side and start to raise. So you're still on the side, but when your hands come up to the top, then you turn your whole body back to the front to sink down. So the legs stay straightish as you turn to the side. And as you come back to the front, you don't start sinking down until you're facing forwards. If it does irritate your knees with that bit of a twist, don't do it if you don't want to. Breathe in, twist forward, sink. One more. Breathe in, raise the body, twist forward, and sink. Well done. That is called embracing the moon. So you can imagine as you bring your arms up here, you're embracing the moon and you bring the moon down towards you. That's quite a nice, quite a nice name, isn't it? Next one is something to do with the phoenix. I'm going to have to remember, I can't remember the name exactly, but it's the same, similar action, but the hands are, you're like a pair of wings. So back to back, not quite touching. And your wings unfold and you raise the wings up, and then as you close your wings, the elbows bend and the hands come back to back without touching. And the leg action is, as you raise your wings, you raise up onto your toes, you're flying. And as you fold those wings back down, you bend the knees slightly. So from the side, something called something like Phoenix raising his wings or something. I can't quite remember. Well done. That's quite a nice, strong feeling, isn't it, that one? And don't forget, if you're doing it sitting down, that's fine, or if you're doing it holding on, that's fine as well. Okay, it's probably best, if you need to hold on, it's probably best to sit down for these, actually, thinking about it, so you can get both arms working. Now, the final bit to that is a twist, but this time the back heel lifts up. So as you twist, you've got your wings in, as you twist, you lift your back heel up, so be careful of that front knee, because it is twisting a bit. You raise up, and as you fold your wings, you bring your heel down and you twist back to the front all at once and sinking. So it's a bit tricky, isn't it? Raising, lifting that back heel, and as you twist back to the front, the heel sinks and your wings come in. If you'd rather not do the twist, you can just do it to the front, remember? And bring those wings in. Breathing in as you raise, breathing out as you sit well. We'll leave that one for now, and the last one we're going to do, I'll just show you from the side. No, I'll show you from the front first. Arms are just by the sides. So as you raise up, you bring your arms up about level with your heart, and you keep breathing in as you draw your energy into your heart, and then you turn the palms and sink them down into your hips. So it looks like this, breathing in and raising to your heart. Keep breathing into the heart, and when you get there, you breathe out and sink down to the hips. So breathing in, raising into the heart and down to the hips. Well done. Let's do 2 more of these. So raising up. So good for the balance, these ones, Tai Chi. And then on the last one, which is this one, we don't sink the legs. So as we raise, we keep raised now, draw the hands in, but keep the legs raised and sink down. And then when you get here, you just draw the arms to the side. Imagine you have a belly button, imagine you have an orange in between each armpit. So you've got a little bit of a gap. And we finish off with a finishing one, which is very similar to the one we did before, with the arms coming out, turning the hands at the top, towards the top, and then drawing, and then thinking about drawing all the way down. And when we get just below the belly button, we place our hands just below the belly button, and then we do a circle going anti-clockwise, up one side, cross, down, and back to the middle to finish. Well done. That is meant to seal your energy in that last bit. Good. Okay, so we've still got a few minutes left, so let's take a seat. We've done a few different things today. We'll have a short relaxation, and then I'll ask you for some feedback about what we've done, so you can stay on if you want to, but just for a few moments. Don't worry if you hear any noise in the background again. As I said, I've got some workmen in today. So my back is supported, my tummy is long still, I'm not slouching, I've got my feet on the floor. And let's just release the neck a little bit. Side to side, side to side, side to side. Well done. Let's do our retractions. So fingertips on the chin, pull the chin back and down. Release, pull the chin back and down. Release, one more. Pull the chin back and down. And just release as far as you want to keep it in a good position for the relaxation.